Good stuff. Well, morning, afternoon, evening, depends on where you are. Allstars about 24 hours away. I just thought this would be the perfect time to talk about it. Just getting you in the habit. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow exactly at this time and play some Evony. So what I was thinking was instead of me just talking about what I want to talk about, oh wow, my hospital is full. Why is it full? Whatever. I was gonna pick someone from the crowd, so on stage, and just talk about what your experience has been, and then sort of go into details from there. So, who wants to come up? Doesn't matter what continent you are. C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. Oh wow! Someone raise your hand. Come on, raise those hands. Let's go, bro. I'm getting hand raised, but I can't accept. Oh, there we go. Hey, Bri, how you doing?
Oh, hanging in. Give me just a second. For some reason, it's not letting me hear you very well. Like you disappeared.
It doesn't like me very much, to be honest.
There it goes. All right, I got it. Cool. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Yeah, ready for
You know,
tomorrow morning or afternoon,
yeah.
evening? I don't know where you are, but
It's about 11 p.m. in Sydney.
oh, okay,
I'm in land down under.
gotcha. Yeah, it's 9 a.m. over here in Virginia, so I'm in the rural country. Um.
Oh well, it's a perfect start. Perfect start to your day, is Evany.
Oh yeah, no. Every morning, feed the chickens and then start playing Evony. uh, so
Love it.
I'm I've been in a lot of All Stars, and this season we had some real foibles and mistakes made with our team. We were trying to push 5 for Red Wings on a team that probably wasn't really capable of pushing more than 2 or 3 because we're a much smaller alliance than most of these guys. Um, and third and fourth round went really badly for us due to some extenuating circumstances in the real world where some of our players weren't able to actually make it. So instead, only one of us qualified. It was me, and I'm an elite, which is actually kind of a first time thing for me. I'm used to going majors, but I'm running into
Mm.
a problem. And you've probably seen me talk about it in a couple of discords. My debuffs are not showing. Customer service is completely stumped. So am I. Um, I'm having trouble getting them worked out to uh, actually appear correctly on reports. I used to have a debuff of at least 850 against a 1700 buff. So I was debuffing at the full 50%. Now it's dropped to around 400 to 450, depending on the report. So,
What stat is this? What stat is
um,
this?
so this is the debuff against attack, and
What
previously it was on
stat?
ground mounted and archer. I was able to debuff a 1700 at 850
Okay.
on the various different PvP marches. All of those stats have now dropped to somewhere between 400 to 500. None of my subsidy generals have changed. In fact, I've done massive improvements to them. Ascension, full specialties, Abyss gear, Augustus gear. And now it's looking like the Archer buff has also dropped. I was pushing a 2900 and it's dropped to a 26. And I'm not sure what on earth has changed. Has Evany changed something in the way these are working?
So I've heard a
Did you let
couple.
Khalid in your account by any chance?
I did not let Khaled in my account. No, no, no. I watch your videos. I know better.
Uh, uh, I've heard a couple people now talk about this, like their debuffs dropping. I think what you can do, and I don't know if you've tried this, just like is your server Nap or is it Bob?
It depends on the day. We're one of
Oh,
those. Mostly it's
okay.
nap. We do have a lot of tile hitters. I am the biggest keep on the server. There's nobody that can touch me, so nobody tries.
Okay, so what I want to do is like take out all your subsidy generals, take
Right.
off your wall, take off your wall general, completely take off all gears from all the sub generals and the wall general completely, like every single gear, every single uh dragon, like or spiritual beast, whatever you've got, like literally make them naked. Like
Okay.
there should be nothing on the wall general, nothing on the subsidies. Then drop one subsidy, take it back. Then drop the second one, take it back, and do this like for all of your subs. I'm guessing you've got 11.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, so do this for all of them, and then dress up, like restart the game, dress up your subs, dress up your wall, put up the wall general first, and then put up the sub generals on all the subs, and switch them
Okay.
around. Don't put them on the same spot.
Okay. All right. I
And
will give that
give
a shot.
give like a 15-minute gap between once you go like totally naked with no wall general, no subs attached. Like give it 15 minutes before you load them all back up.
Okay. All right. And then my other question for you guys was the so this is just basically regarding All Stars team stuff, right?
Mhm.
It's not uncommon for, several members of the team to not join the Discord and not have conversations, that kind of thing. And so you're not really sure what they're going to do when they come to the match. With Elite, there's a lot more first timers than, in majors. So I expected that that was going to be the case. I'm actually the number two on the team, but our number one, who's a K42 and probably far more qualified to be the rally setter because his rally hall is probably far larger, has not been responding to anybody's attempts to reach him. So I'm curious, what would you suggest as a backup strategy when you've got smaller rally halls? Because we're capping out in between 32 and 36 million, and we don't know if the guy that's probably got an above 40 or 45 million rally hall is going to show up to set rallies, and obviously we want to make sure everybody can get in. So what would you suggest?
I'd say rally halls are probably overrated. Like Warhol size
Okay.
is overrated. Uh, I've gone into All Stars with 25 mil rally cap when other people had like 50, 55 mil, and our team has won.
Oh, awesome.
So like you can always put it off. Just go with the plan of that guy's not gonna show up. He's not gonna help. The people that are there are the people that are gonna play, and they're the ones that are interested. Like just make your plans based on that. Don't wait on somebody that's not keen, that's not talking, that's not joining. Like there's no point.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much what we've been doing, is trying to make a plan around him. We were just trying to figure out, like, does it make more sense to have a couple of rally setters instead of just one primary, or just follow the line of one primary and keep going with it until, you got to go to a backup.
Uh, Usually what we do, or what I do at least in my teams, is we would make one primary and one or two backups. And
Okay.
that's purely because there are things that have happened historically. Like you can get logged out as a
Yeah.
player, like you try and heal and it glitches out, you restart, and the game just won't load for like 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want your team to be without a seller. Like, yeah, at that point you're screwed, but you still don't want your team to be without a seller. So always create like a contingency, and a contingency of a contingency is always a good idea. So just set expectations, uh, pick up people who have done it over people who may just have the bigger like Warhol.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. I hope you guys have an epic All Stars tomorrow. I know you guys are gonna end up on top.
Good luck, crush it as well, have fun. That's what this is about. That's what this is supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm just hoping I get enough coins to get another dragon. That would be awesome.
Yeah, yeah, that's always a good thing. Like elite, like that's why elite is good. Like when you can't
Yeah,
make major, you can grind through elite.
yeah, exactly. I'm just crossing my fingers. At least I'm not going up against Neo first round like last time. Dear God. That, no, that was not pretty. It was I won 38 defenses against him on solo. It was 39. He rallied me with 13 people, 70 million people in rally. I had no hope of survival.
Do you have PTSD?
I'm sorry.
Are you, do you have PTSD from it?
No, actually, I wear it as a badge of honor. I got zeroed by the
Nice.
biggest sheep in Evony, but it took him 39 tries.
Yeah, well, I don't think he took 39 rallies to get down to 22 bill. Viper, how many rallies was it?
What, like 5, 6?
No, no, Vic sent him packing. They sent him down to what, 22 bill? Something?
22.6. Yeah.
I,
Yeah,
it,
22.6.
20.6.
I mean,
How many
22.6.
rallies was that?
are we sure that's not zeroed for him?
He bubbled. I think he didn't want to get zeroed.
No, no, it wasn't zero dice counted. It wasn't zero dice counted.
I'm
He
curious
had
how much of a
P13
troop
ground and
roll.
below. Only
Oh wow. Well, at least that
Wow.
says something
he
about
still
the
had
P15 ground.
he still had 900 million troops.
Oh my.
Holy shit, bro.
That's a whole lot of fodder to
Yeah.
get through.
Yeah, C6 is painful with Neo.
It
But
is,
that'll
but it is.
change. Like as people grow, that'll change. Like you can only solo for so long before everyone that comes to major kind of becomes unsoloable for most part because people understand their build, they understand their defense, and they grow in size, and people understand cross training and team play. So the longer people play together and all that stuff, it changes. People after that, like solo players, don't last.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it did a lot of good to see, Neo kind of get what you guys gave him last weekend. Like everybody on our server started sharing coordinates for what you were doing, and I was like, I bet they're on Discord. So it was awesome to watch, and I appreciate you guys streaming it because there's a lot of people in C6 that would like to be able to think that there is an opportunity to still beat the guys that are that big. I think it
Yeah.
can be disheartening for a lot of, especially the smaller keeps on my server. Neo gets a lot of hero worship, and
Oh,
so they watch him and they say, "Oh my gosh, he's so big. We'll never get there. We'll never be that big. We'll never be able to play like that." And I'm like, no, 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 no.
I've got a question. I've got a question. So is it true that size does not matter?
I mean, I think it depends on what you're talking about. When it
You don't
comes
have
to
to
Ebony,
answer.
does size matter? I think it's all on how you use it. Honest to God, I really do. I think it's all on how you use it. I'll tell you right now, I've got a guy on my team. He's barely 100 million power. He has, this is his first server. He had never played before. And he came into this game with probably more skill than anybody I've seen in the last 10 years I've played. His name's Riley. He made Allstars Juniors last round. First season ever playing at 100 million, and actually was only one place out of advancing to semifinals. And so, I think if he can do that with a less than 100 million power keep, it just kind of shows you what, can be done if you play smart.
Yeah, true, 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 true. Very true.
But anyway,
Let's get Contour in here as well. Thanks, Bri. Thanks for coming up.
no problem. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Contour, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, good man. How's things?
Not too bad. It's
Cool.
fine
Yeah, I'm
Friday
from
evening for me.
yeah, same. I'm in Sydney as well.
Oh, wow. Whereabouts?
Campbelltown.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I'm excited. I'm pretty old school. I'm from Continent One, and I've been in every All Star since the first one. I came second in the very first All Stars a number of years ago. So yeah, I thought that I'd just share a few tips and tricks with you guys as well.
Oh yeah, sure. Go for it.
Yeah, so I find that if you guys if this is your first All Stars, you're not really used to it. It can be a bit overwhelming and to sort of just yeah, take it easy, take a deep breath before you guys enter. Restart your phone, turn off all your other apps. If you are playing on a cell phone, turn off all your other apps. Chuck your do not disturb Dom when you go in, and make sure you got full battery. Uh, if you're having issues with making it into rallies, everyone's trying to get into the rallies. I've also found that if you're using the mark speeds, the 50% and the 30%, one after another, they actually go a little bit quicker. So instead of the 50%, it sort of has to wait for it to register. Whereas if you hit the 30 and the 50, alternatively, that they sort of yeah don't really take as long to get into the rallies. Doing it like that, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, good luck. Are you like what group are you in?
I'm in group 3 stallion. I think I'm playing with one of your guys, Laurie.
Ah, nice.
So yeah, pretty cool. We've got a pretty good team. We're up against some pretty hearty people too, though. So it'll be interesting, but it'll be fun.
Well, good luck, bro. Go
Mm,
kill it.
yeah, yeah.
Go absolutely kill it.
Pretty cool. And you guys do awesome videos too. I yeah been watching them for a little while. So sort of yeah, cool. Wish that my server had a few more stronger people in there. We kind of struggle when it comes to Battlefield. With the amount of players we have, we kind of struggle to get our full 20 into our battlefields. But yeah, watching you guys is yeah, pretty awesome.
Thanks, bro. Well, thanks for the
Mm.
tips. Good luck. Hopefully you and Lori both make it.
Yeah. Should be fun. She's pretty cool. She's pretty knowledgeable. She's kind of holding the team together with what she's doing. So yeah, she's awesome.
All right. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming up, bro.
Nah, too easy. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, bro. You too. Have a good one. Da-da-da. Who else wants to come up?
Hi all. In game, I'm Pablo Escobar. My name changes
Hey.
depending on what I can get Ebony to allow. So you'll see my name change probably a lot. But this is my first time doing All Stars. I accidentally made it into All Stars trying to push someone else. But I got into juniors. And this is my first time in All Stars as a big keep. And I'm not sure what to expect. And so any advice would be helpful.
Right. How big are you?
I am 8 billion.
8 billion. What continent are you on?
C6.
C6. All right. Have you been like, how have you been building? Like, do you have a T1 wall? What kind of T1 wall do you have?
I have
Tell us
500
more. Tell us more.
million T1, 500 million T1 mounted, 100 million T1 ground and range. I have 250 million T2 mounted, and then up from there, it's mostly siege wall.
Ooh, a siege wall. Talk about the siege wall at 8 billion. That's surprising. Tell us more.
Well, I have for my wall gen, I have Leo, of course.
Uh,
And he is decked out with a boss. And hold on, let me pull up my game real quick. Sorry, I work from home as well, so I'm also at work and doing
oh,
this.
nice. Good one.
Perks
I'm
of being
trying
a
to.
legal drug dealer.
Oh, do you work
A
pharmacy?
pharmacist. Yep, legal drug dealing.
Nice. That is good. That is so good. I wish I had
Um,
a job like that.
It it's fun. I don't take many calls. If I take a call at all, I work the back end
Come on,
where
motherfucker, move! Oh, I'm gonna disconnect. Sorry, I'm stuck in very bad traffic.
He wasn't yelling at you.
made my day.
He's
Um,
he's driving in Indian traffic, so Mumbai of all places. He's gonna have fun.
that's perfect. I have Choreo and Abbas gear on my wall gen, and then I use William Marshall as a secondary, as an
Hmm.
assistant general. Um,
Okay.
my siege wall. Let me pull up those troops because that's a lot of troop details to remember. Um, it starts off at I have like really even layers with a little bit lower on the mounted, all the way up until T11 or yeah, T11. T11. I have 5 5 billion siege, and then 3 billion of everything else, and that goes all the way up until T13, where I
Hmm.
have 4 billion of everything else and 5 billion siege.
Okay. Uh, I think I kind of know the setup. So what I'm gonna say is, don't take siege hits. Probably don't sit in. Do you know what group and team you're in? I'm trying to look
Yes,
through, but I can't find you.
I
Tell
am
me.
C. I am Group C. Hold on. There's a lot to remember. Sorry. I also work from home with my children, so at least my husband will be home tomorrow to watch the kids. I'd be crying if I had to do this with my children at
Did you
home.
say you were junior or major?
Juniors.
All-Star Junior. Okay, Group C. Let's try and find you.
I am. I can't remember. I think it's
Okay.
Lion. Hold on. Posted it
Pablo
somewhere.
Escobar. I don't see her. Do you guys see
Did
her?
I just? I'm Group C Stallion.
Group C Stallion. I'm
Yes.
looking at them. I don't see you.
Pablo
Oh,
Escobar.
okay. Group C Stallion. I think I'm just, yeah, there we go. Pablo Escobar, 1196. 8 builds.
Mhm.
What's your bracket like? So 14, 15, 12, 11. Oh, come on. Go back. I'd probably say sit for range rallies. Take range
Range
rallies.
values. Okay.
Range, cav, and ground. If somebody opens with that on you, just take it. Don't take siege hits. You're like what,
Okay.
top five keep? One, two, three, four. Yeah, you're a top five keep. You should easily be able to push. And I'm also gonna say there's a bunch of points in there. How good are your ground? How good is your ground march? What's your buff? What's your ground buff?
My buffs are wind buffed. I'm right around 1800,
1800 on a ground solo.
16 or 1800. No, 1600.
Okay.
Sorry.
And range.
Yeah, whatever. Fully buffed. All of them are right around like in between 16 and 1800. All of them.
16 to 1800. So
It all depends. Yeah, it all depends on if I change my monarch gear before I hit, what buff I use between if I use the 1 hour buff or the 10-minute buff. If
okay, so
I do
play with play with
the
play
shrine,
with 1 hour. Play with 1 hour buff. Don't play with 10 minutes
well,
because it's hard to keep
one
up.
hour buff.
And what you should do is look at Eagle and I would say Bears. Those two have the highest number of under 3 bill keeps. I would solo them with Arch.
Okay.
Like all that 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 2.2, 2.2, 2.7. Even if they have a T1 cab wall, you would go positive on the first hit. unless they have no troops, just T1s. Then yeah, obviously you would not, you would regret having them. But outside that, you could arch, and if your arch does super good, just cav it. So
Okay.
look for targets in eagles, look for targets in bears, because lions is really weird. Like their top bottom five are just a couple hundred mil, so they're not gonna offer you points. So those two are the ones I would chase outside of rally joining. Like if my seller is selling on eagles or bears, I would focus on that hive and solo a whole bunch.
Okay. Our setter also told us, don't sit for rallies to just jump around and basically solo hit. And I'm not quite with that. Is there
Take a
like
range
is
rally.
there
Take
a
a range rally. Take a range rally. 100% take a range,
because
cab or
they're
ground.
saying like don't reinforce anyone. If you're asking for reinforcements, it's too late. But they said, don't reinforce anyone.
That's fine. You'll eat a ground, you'll eat a cab, and you'll also somewhat eat a range. A range would probably damage you the most. But like take those. Just one though.
Okay.
Don't sit for all of them. If they set like multiple on you, then definitely run away. But if somebody sets just one, take that hit. At least in the first 15 minutes, I would take the hit.
Okay.
Because like when you go for 4 team match, right? It's a very different setup than a 1v1 game. In a 1v1 game, if you bleed point, it's like just bad, right? If you go negative on a hit, it's just pure bad. There is no justification for it. But when you're in a 4 team setup, you want to take as much points as you can from the table. If that comes from defense, it doesn't matter. If it comes from offense, it doesn't matter. Like you chase points. And always make sure when you're taking hits, like constantly flick between the scoreboard. That is one of the things that I don't think a whole lot of people do. Just make sure whoever is ahead of you, do not take defense from that team. So let's say Eagles is winning
Okay.
and Eagle sets a rally on you, do not take that hit, put away. But let's say Lion is fourth and they're hitting you and you're second, 100% take that hit. But in the first 15 minutes, it's not even decided, right? It's just started. So at that point, take the hit from anybody because you just want points.
Okay. All right. What if is it a viable tactic to, if they do the multiple rallies, is it a viable tactic to sit there, take the first rally, and then port over one spot so that they can't hit you with the rest?
In any other game that does not lag, I would have said that's a valid and viable strat. But we're talking Evony, and you will lag,
I will
and
be
you'll then
I, I will be connected into my Ethernet port directly through my laptop.
you could move to like the AWS data center where they host their all the servers. You would still lag. Like that's just how they've designed the game. There's nothing you can do.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I think that answers all of my questions. So you said the 1 hour buffs, target
And
eagle and bear. Do not
yeah,
sit for multiple rallies. And the first 15 minutes, kick ass.
absolutely, absolutely.
Awesome.
Well, good luck.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you.
No dramas. Have a good one.
You too.
I hope Viper's not back to yell at you. Who else is coming up? Yeah, Viper made it out of the road rage. That is very interesting. You cannot have my gems. No, sorry. I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. Uh, Jake, instead of being here, can you go run some rallies?
No, I just
Are you okay, Viper? We were scared for you, bro.
That's at the same place for 1 hour, and this motherfucking Carter wasn't moving. Just like he was out for it's just crazy people drive cars in India. It's a Friday night in Mumbai, so you can imagine the road is bad. The roads are bad. Anyway, let's move on.
All right. I was gonna pull up more people. Let's see. Does anybody else want to come up? Raise those hands. Come on. You can play All Stars in less than 24 hours. I'm sure you've got questions. Pixie, come up. I did. I did accept Pixie. I don't know what happened. Invite to speak.
Sorry, I had to hit the accept button.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. It's a fine
Quick.
Friday evening for me.
Yeah, same for me. I'm Victoria, so.
Oof.
Quick question. I have a layer preset usually of 1K layers like to heal. So I got sort of at least every layer if I get in between defenses. Should it be 1K? Should it be 50K, 100K? I don't know.
Right. Depends. Like that depends. So it's just different people have different opinions on this, and I don't think it matters a whole lot, to be honest. It doesn't change the outcomes
Yeah.
by significant value, right? So it does shift it a little bit. When you outlay somebody and your buffs are kind of, let's say, equal, the March with better layers would win.
I'm a
But
K40, K41, no T15s yet. I want to get MA6 done before I start building my MA15, T15s.
what's your March
About
size?
4.3 bill March size is sitting on 4.2 to 4.4.
Okay, I would probably do 1,000 layers
Okay.
across the board, and then like no T15s. So on cabs, I would go T13 heavy. Like almost 40% of my march would be T13 cabs. Archers, I would have like 55 to 60% as T12 archers.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
T11, yeah, T11 is just T11, max the bar out on T11. Uh, then Big Siege, max the bar out on T13. Don't
Don't have
don't
a
do
big
anything
siege
else.
March yet. I've got a small siege.
Ah, okay, gotcha. And then ground 50% should be the highest tiers at T14, and then
Yep,
like
that's what I got.
T14, T13, a little bit of T12 and T11. What
Yep.
else? That's it. So
No worries.
I would stick with like 1,000, just because of that march size. Because one of the things that happens when you go like thicker layers, you give away almost 500k troops, right? So if you went 10k layers, for example, you would have almost what 56 560k layers as opposed to
Yeah.
56k layers. So that's like
Yep.
500k troops that can be T12 that can actually do something, especially when
Okay.
you're joining rally. So it just makes sense to have 1,000 in your case.
No worries. Thank you.
No dramas. Good luck. Are you playing tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm in. I was helping push someone else, so they made majors. I got into juniors on
Nice.
C4.
On C4. Congrats. Good
Thanks.
luck.
We just did it with a small team. He was 8.3. I'm 4.3. We had about 1 billion players and a couple smaller than that. Um, we kept close eyes on the scores. Um, yeah, my buffs were better than the 8.3s, but
Yeah. Uh,
But anyway, so yeah, he got through. So that was the main point.
well, that's nice. Good work.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Thanks for coming up. Let's go next. I did see one more hand raised, but it's gone. For whatever reason, my button keeps disappearing. Mountain. Trying to click. I'm trying to click. I clicked.
Morning.
Morning. How you doing?
I'm doing well, doing well. All right, so just real quick and simple. My first time in All Stars, and I qualified for majors into All Stars. Keeps
Well done.
5.5 billion, or he won cav wall, round wall. I'm going into. I just want to confirm that my my plan is solid. I'm going into the match knowing that I'm going to get wiped, and planning on ghosting my bullets and re-inning as much as I can and joining as many rallies as I can. Having said
Mhm.
all that, what advice do you have?
What continent are you in?
Which
C6.
C6. Okay.
And I'm on the team with Sepius.
Okay. So what I would do if I were you, how many bullets do you have? Do you have like a ground and a cav bullet?
Yeah, I've got really solid marches for all of them. Buffs are 23 to 2500.
Hmm.
Good gens, good gear.
Okay. So what I would do is I would keep about like 10 to 50K of top tier in my like own keep. And then I would send out like my cav and ground marches just out because into reinforcing somebody on your team. You could even hide it in Sepia's. I think she's pretty big in C6. She isn't gonna get hit initially. So here's how I played All Stars when I was a 4.8 build player. Back in K40 days. I would go in and I would hide my ground into like the biggest keep that was on my team, and my cav into like the second biggest keep. So I would just reinforce two people, knowing they aren't gonna get hit, and then I would use my T1 wall and just soak all the solos, uh, and just die, and then keep healing bullets to join rallies. That's what I used to do. And then I would pull back my ground and cav when I needed to. Like if somebody's trying to ground solo me, I would pull back my cav. If somebody's trying to arch me, I'd pull back my ground and stuff like that. But you would have
Yeah,
to be on point. So that's something that I would suggest. And I would work on like thickening up that T1, T2 to T5 as much as you can.
okay. Yeah, and so don't worry about whatever is coming at me as far as solos or rallies or whatever. Just the expectation is I know I'm going to lose them all. So it really is more about protecting what I need to keep scoring points. Right.
Yeah, pretty much. So
Okay.
ghost your archers and then like whatever number of archers you've got, like ghost as many as you can, hide two marches, and then keep like two march slots free, so you can join two rallies, and then keep healing bullets to join rallies. So if they solo, they're running into your T1 wall, and
Okay.
that's a good thing because you're gonna go positive on points.
Awesome. Appreciate your time.
Now dramas, good luck, bro.
Thank you.
All right, OZR, Briar, whoever.
Hey, OZR here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, can do.
Wonderful. So I had a question about where to set up. And as context, I'm in the majors. I'm 20 billion, keep 41, so lower compared to most of the players. And I'm wondering if it's better to set up right by or as close to the rally setter as possible, or a little further away and join from
What
a distance.
what continent are
which
you on?
continent are you in?
It's C2.
Yeah, I
So
wouldn't
it's
hide.
like if you're actually C2 by now, like whether you can port out from everything or not. Like I mean, the I understand the logic of lag, but the lag is universal, right? So if your march is stuck while attacking, the other person's march is also stuck while joining a rally. So by now you already know whether you can put out from rally or not. At I mean, if you can put out from rallies, uh, I would sit tight to the hive because it makes porting out so much easier. I know, like, if you actually, I understand that some people are like, when there is lag. So if you think you're fast enough to port out from every rally, stay in a tight hive. If you don't think that, like, I mean, if you're not feeling very confident about it, don't stay in the hive, because at K40 20 billion, K41 20 billion, there is I do not know your buff, so I shouldn't comment, but there is a chance that you might get like one or two tapped.
Okay. Okay, that's helpful. Thank you.
No
So
drama.
a lot about it is about actually knowing your own keep and knowing your own play style. So I don't think there are universal answers to all these questions. So
Okay. Yeah, this is only my second time in the All Stars, and the first time I think I set up initially in the hive, and I was able to dodge the first rally, and so I ported a little further away and joined from a distance. But then after about 15 minutes, they found me, and I wasn't able to dodge that one. I tried to jump, and it showed me jumping, and then 3 seconds later, it said you were defeated, and so that didn't work too well.
yeah, to be fair, Mick, if you're sitting in the hive, it's not about dodging one rally. It's about dodging one after the other, because not a lot of people sit in the hive nowadays, especially at that size. So you will be like a constant target. Expect to dodge at least like 60, 70 rallies in 2 hours. If you're not confident of doing that, don't sit in the hive.
Okay, okay, that's good guidance. Thank you.
Good luck. I'd agree with that. I wouldn't sit in hive, especially not C2. Unless you're like super fast, unless you're like really, really, really fast, then you can bait people by sitting in hive.
And if you're sitting in hive, the one thing you should not do is like join 3 rallies, because irrespective of how fast you are, 3 rallies are like very difficult to get out from. Maybe one, maybe two at the max.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, and our connection always seems to be a little slower than other players, and so I probably would not be able to dodge 50 rallies.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough when you have 2 marches out.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's definitely hard. When you have multiple matches at it gets really, really tough to port. Doesn't matter how good you are, it doesn't settle. Like that returning stuck on 0-0, that's what kills you.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
No
And
dramas.
in
Good luck.
C2, you're not expecting a lot of reigns, bro. I'm sorry, but you're not. Almost no one plays pre-reigns, and yeah, people are not that focused on reigning in most teams. So
Hmm. Well, thank you, Briar. Yes, you're back.
Hey, thanks for bringing me back on. So some of our team caught the stream and started sending me questions to try and ask you, and of course, I had already gotten off stream at that point. So I think you've answered at least 2 or 3 of them. Looks like the 2 that are the most pressing for everyone is, 1, do rainbow rallies work? And 2, which is more important, march size or buff? Should they focus on increasing their buff before tomorrow morning or increasing their march size?
Okay. So my first question is, what the fuck is a rainbow rally?
So rainbow rallies, really funny because I think they used to call them.
mixed rally,
It's a
mixed
mixed
rally.
rally, basically. Yeah, the whole idea, I guess, is to try and shake loose tight layers when you've got like a bunch of tight layers in the bottom, kind of like a siege
No,
rally, but instead.
mixed rallies are for noobs. It doesn't work.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Only if you're taking a building, you call a mixed rally. You do not sell a mixed rally on a keep.
Right.
Like you can smack certain keeps because purely because they're super bad, but if you make that a habit thing, you're gonna regret doing it because you'll constantly do it and you'll be like, why is it not working? Because it just can't work.
Yeah, actually, with that, it seems there's a little bit of confusion, a lot of differing opinions on the team about siege bombs, big siege versus T11 siege, and
Mhm.
whether there should be layers of other troops mixed in with the siege layers, or whether it should just be straight top tier siege or straight T11 siege.
So T11s are simple. It's easy. Just 1,000 of everything, and then max bar on T11. If you wanna get funky, you can have 100k of T9 to T14. Like
Okay.
50 to 100k if you want to add. Like that just depends on your buff. Like in a Viper match, that's fine. But again, if you're trying to T11 someone, you're basically what you're going for is to use the 11s to kill the 13s, 14s, 15s, and 16s. The more 11s in there, the better it is for you. Everything else acts as a layer. So there's no point sending any more than 1,000 of
Okay.
anything else. Big Siege is a little bit trickier. There are two ways people set up Big Siege. One is where people do it exactly like T11, where you would have 1,000 of everything, max bar T13 Siege. That's also not bad because you basically want to use the 13s to kill all the siege, not just 14 and 15 and 16. You want to kill all the siege in that keep. The 12s, 11s, 10s, 9s, and it will do that even when you don't have, even when you have a massive T13 siege defense wall. The other way is you add a little bit of 16, a little bit of 15, a little bit of 14, a little bit of 12 into the mix, and then you do like 80% of it as T13. Both of
No,
them work.
we do it differently. We actually do like 50% T13,
Mhm.
20% T14, the rest T15 and T16. If you don't have T15 and T16, then maybe 25-30% of T14. We do it like a little differently. We don't go that T13 heavy. We are T13 heavy, but not that T13 heavy.
Right. So that's basically the setup that I have. It's the same thing. So I send, let me just pull up my March. I
It's
sent
all
300k T16, 750k T15, 1.2 mil T14, 50k T12, and then it's 4.8 mil T13, which is almost 55% of that much.
Okay.
So
but
you
what
can,
really matters sorry, what really matters is everyone in your rally team has the same march composition. You can set it up any of the ways, like all said, but it's very important that all of you set up the same way. It will maximize damage.
Okay. So we should definitely be making sure that everyone's running the same presets then, from the sound of it.
Uniformity is a very good thing to practice. Yes.
Okay. All right. And then which is more important in All Stars at this point for everyone except the rally setter, of course, to focus on? Would it be march size or the trying to increase their buff on specific PvP marches?
it depends. How much can you increase that march size by? If you can increase it by 1 million, then obviously 1 million more troops is better. If you can increase your buffs by a significant amount, then I would do buffs. But it depends. It's a very contextual question. It just depends on how much you're gonna gain by doing it. They're both like fine things, like both are acceptable things to increase. March size is a lot more harder, and the gains are very small. Like at K45 with RS45, the march size I think is 860k or something. The base march size, yeah, it's 860k. So a 2% gain on that is gonna be not even 100k troops. Well,
Right.
160k troops. Sorry, 16k troops. So it just depends. Like, are you gonna gain 10%, 20% mod size, or are you gonna gain 20% buffs? In most cases, buffs will outdo whatever mod size gains you're gonna have.
That makes sense. And the last question that I have, I'm not sure you guys are gonna be able to answer, but I'll ask it anyway. What is the best civilization gear combo for a ranged PvP march that is designed for simply wiping keeps? A marching buff PvP march. There's a lot of different opinions on that. So
Yeah, there shouldn't be a lot of different opinions, in all honesty.
I think
Uh,
it's Thieves Boots. It's a planet bow, Thieves boots and armor, leg armor. I think. Uh, the helmet I forgot.
the Abbas helmet.
Yeah, the planet ring. I think, or the thief. No, I think planet ring, and something on the armor I forgot. But yeah, I mean
So
this.
I
This
think it's a Thieves sword and Thieves brace. So those two, I think if they're fully amplified, they outdo Plantagenet. Then you get Abbas helmet and you get Thieves boots. And this is like fully amplified gear, okay? You get the Sasanian armor, and I think you go with Thebes leg armor. I could be wrong. My setup is rally cap. Let me look up 1 second. Give me a second. Kara is also gone. Rally cap is Dubs also on rally. No, no. I don't know what I'm gonna talk to him. His weird. Um, everybody right now has that rally cap set up. I'm sorry.
that's all right. Mine's all set up for rally cap too, so I get it.
So the Thebes brace and what is it? The Thebes brace and Thebes ring. If fully amplified, you'll beat the Plantagenet by like 5 or 10% or something like that. That's not top of the head. I think it's posted somewhere in our library. I think Derek posted it, like the Vig Derek,
Okay.
if you knew him. Somewhere in that library. I'll find it. I'll post a link after this.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. You guys are awesome. Thank you for taking more questions from us.
No dramas. Thank you for coming at time. Bonavad, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Thank you.
I want to
What's
first thank
happening?
you guys for doing all these seminars. I listen in to most of them. I play on
Okay.
C4. I'm a K40, 12.2 billion. Is there some way to eliminate the echo?
I think it's coming from you, bro.
Hmm. So you guys also hear the echo?
Yes, when you
Oh,
speak.
then I'll make it simple. I have one question.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure I'm going to be able to be rained for all stars. Boy, this is
Mm-hmm.
annoying. Sorry. But anyway, the question is, if I'm being rained for all stars, do you guys have a specific amount of layers for healing?
So what I usually do for healing is I would go to the hospital. I would go to my T11 preset usually, and I would just heal my T11 preset.
Well, I made a march specifically for healing,
Mm-hmm.
and so my echo's gone. Great. So I
Yeah,
made a
that's
march
probably
specific.
from my stream.
Okay, so this is much better. Thank you. I made a march specifically for healing, and I have 50,000 layers of all troop types. Is this a good idea or bad idea?
I used to do that, bro. Honestly, 50K is better than 1,000. It's definitely better than 10,000. Like 50K, if you can consistently heal 50K, then that's good. I think it's about what 120 days
Yeah,
for
well,
the entire.
that I have enough speeds. I've saved up This is my first All Stars, and I could have went All Stars long ago, but I just never wasted the speeds. So I have some speeds saved up, and I have a 3000K attack buffs. I have over 1.2. I'm a Cav defense mainly. I've concentrated on all my lower calves. I listened to all your seminars as the time has gone on, and I tried to match what you guys recommended for calves defense.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked some on siege, but I have 3000 siege attack buffs. Again, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure I'm going to be reigned during this All Stars, but if I am, I want our team to score as high as possible. So what I was going to do, if I am being rallied, just sit in my hospital and keep on healing my 50,000 March preset. Just sit
Yeah.
there and just keep healing it. Like as I'm being attacked, just keep healing it. In our alliance, when we play All Stars, if I'm being rained properly, my team scores really high from my keep.
Yeah, if they renew, you could. Like it'll definitely go better. But if they're not reading you, one of the other things I would do is I'd probably ghost upper tier cabs. If you're intending on taking rallies, one at your size, I wouldn't take siege. Again, if someone sets siege, port.
Even
If you've got a cav defense, then I would take an arch rally, especially in prelims. I don't think the buffs are gonna be that crazy. Uh, in prelims, and I would ghost upper tier cabs, so I push them quickly into the lower tier fat walls that you've built, and then I would heal the 50,000.
I was given the impression upper tier calves is very helpful for siege attacks.
They are. They'll help. The cabs will get to the incoming siege the quickest.
But
So
you,
if you're being sieged, then obviously ungoes the cav. But if
okay,
they're arching you, like range rally, ghost the upper tier cav.
gotcha. A lot of times I find though I have multiple rallies set on me, so it's kind of hard to decide. Like if they have, let's say they have all four set on me, ghost don't ghost calves. If they send the archer first, and I don't have my calves ghosted, I'm in trouble. But if they send siege first, then my big calves open is good.
If there's multiple on you, port.
Okay,
Never take more than one. That's
even
never a
even
good
with
idea.
even with let's say the team does reinforce me,
If
so
they
you don't.
reinforce you, like literally recall all your marches, sit outside your keep, like have that view of your keep, like looking at the tile. Look at the green lines coming at you. Count them and assume every green line is about 5 million troops. If you see 6 to 7, sit because you're probably gonna have about 25 to 30 mil rain. But if you don't see 6 to 7 green lines coming at you and you see that red line coming towards you, put away,
Okay,
right? So just like play that really slowly in your mind and think about the scenario. Like you do not want to get hit without reinforcements. It does not matter how good your defense is. Without reins, a 90 mil rally, 85 mil rally will chew a lot of troops. And
yeah,
if it's double set, then you're guaranteed to be doomed.
yeah. Well, I've never participated in All Stars, but I know enough about the lag and not being able to port and whatnot. So I don't know. I'm
Hmm.
gonna have fun, whatever happens, and
Yeah,
I
that's
understand your advice.
yeah. Just like that's what this is about, bro. Like go out there tomorrow, have fun. You've got the speed ups, heal up, and just go have a blast. And you'll be fine for most part. Just try and avoid multiple rallies though.
Gotcha.
Like
All right.
multi
Again,
rallies are just gonna hurt bad.
thanks for all the time that you guys invest. I try to listen to as many as I can, and it's been very helpful for me.
Thank you. Thank you for the support.
All right. Good luck with
I'm
it.
glad.
Good luck with it to everyone who's playing tomorrow.
Good luck to you too, bro. Alrighty. Who's up next? That's probably gonna be the last one before I go into like my own keep and my setup and I start talking about what I prioritize and all that stuff. We'll take one more. No? Yes? Come on. Raise those hands. Let's go. No. How do I win it? How do I win AS? You're gonna win AS, bro. Don't worry about it, Muggy. You got this. Just show up on time. Not a grumpy teacher now. Thank you very much. Nobody wants to come on stage? Okay, cool. I'll stream back my setup then. Just tell me when you guys can see this, like the game I'm trying to stream at. You can see Discord. I'm not trying to. That makes sense. Okay, how about now? Can see game? Alrighty, awesome. So I'll take you guys through the setup that I did for All Stars. Uh, this probably just applies if you're a setter. If you're not a setter, it doesn't matter. So there are two keeps in the game that give you rally cap. So there's 5% with Ice Winter and 5% with Mediterranean Castle. I prefer the Mediterranean because it's got range and green cap and rally cap, all 5%. So that's the keep that I'm going with. Uh, general combos. That's obviously bossing. Wally plus Louis 9. So Louis 9 has rally cap right here. Where did it go? 6%. I'm trying to fix books on Wally right now, so there goes that. But he's got 10% rally cap here and another 5 here. So you get 15 from him, and you get 6 from this guy. So that's a good chunky 21. Uh, can't show you the gear combo from there, can I? So we're gonna go. Let's find him. Here he is. So obviously you need the 4x6 with Thebes. So that's what I went with. I've added the Sasanian armor because of the range buffs that you get here, and obviously the Abbas helmet, and then that, and most continents should have like the ability to send 2 range rallies. So the second range general that I've got is similar setup, like it's rally cap, rally cap, rally cap for me across the board. I don't have 2 Louis that I can max out, so I don't have 2 rally cap generals. Caps, I'm sure you guys know. Zhao probably leading has the highest rally cap, so you get 8% with Zhao. And then his assistant would be, let us find him. There he is, Lysander. So Zhao plus Lysander. Lysander gives you another 10% here. Does he give you? No, doesn't give you anymore. So 10 there and whatever. So Lysander plus, let's go. Lysander plus Zhao leading is a good setup. I think his fourth specialty has some. No, I'm wrong. Definitely wrong. Mod size. Okay, so that sort of is the highest rally cap on Cav. Siege, you can go Teach plus Arena, which is the highest buff rally cap setup that you can get. Uh, and the other one that I run purely because I'm lazy, I haven't changed. I still have a Serena. So Serena plus Churchill and Teach plus Churchill are basically the same. I've got 2 different Churchills. Ground, I've got Alexander leading. You don't need to get him leading because he does have it right here, 15% on the main skill. If you have a Sushet, whatever his name is, suck it. You can kind of have that Sushat plus Alexander combo for whatever way around. It doesn't really matter. Gear combo wise, same thing. Let's go. Let's find him super quick. So you can get the Aztec 4x6, which is rally cap. And on Siege, you can get that with two. So you can get that with high end. The high end 4x6 gives you that. I've obviously just gone lazy in 6. I run 6x6. My Serena is a little bit experimental right now, but I've got 4x6 with Abbas, but I'm also running a 10% ring. So not the standard 15%. Obviously, everybody is scared of getting hit and zeroed in All Stars. So I've changed my debuff. I got zeroed last All Stars. I'm hoping I get zeroed again this All Stars. Uh, so that's gonna be fun. I still have a Nero, even though I think his era is kind of over. If you're still running Nero, it's probably time to get rid of him. There are so many more better options, especially the one that came out today. God, that guy is sick. Uh, Gear combo, it just depends on how many save gears you have available. I had too much, so I just threw everything that I could in here. The foreign pants, they give you siege and range, pretty chunky. The ring, I think if you are a rally keep, this should be the dominant Parthian ring, which gives you 48% range attack across the board. That should be the ring on 11 of your generals. That just shouldn't change. If you're a rally keep, right? You want to debuff range attack as much as possible. Some of the other gears, this I prefer the Imperial Sword, 37% cav HP. I've got about 1100, so not sure if that's going to be enough. You don't have to max out Bourbon, but having Bourbon gives you like 60% maxed out, 45% if you don't amplify it. There's obviously Han Dynasty. Uh, this you can change when you get siege HP, so Aztec, Round Shield. And I think I've put in all the battle tested here because there's like 8% ground defense and HP debuff. So that helps. Uh, and I've replaced my Neros, obviously, from last time with Baldwin. And this is the other thing. This is the other gear that I think is really, really important. Majestic Imperial Armor. 3400 range, 34% range, 34% siege attack. So if you are a rally keep, again, 11 of these is like 374 each, which is chunky. The Sasanian braces, there's 20% siege HP, cake for gear. Same here, you get range attack, and siege HP 25, cake for gear. Same here, you get ground HP, ground attack, ground defense. So that's like better than the helmet. That's on all the other ones, which gives you just HP and defense. And again, battle tested across the group, across all of them, as many as possible. The Sasanian leg armor has some siege attack and range attack, which you can't get on any of the other pants, so that helps. The boss braces should go on your sub, shouldn't be on your second siege general. It gives you 40% siege HP. You can put this on wall though, if you don't want to put it on sub. So that's kind of my setup. The only guy I haven't been able to max is this little. Where is that Anthony? I haven't been able to max out this Anthony. I can't get the fifth copy, bro. This sucks. So the day I get one more copy, I'm gonna have 25% more siege HP and 15 more range and siege attack. So this is still a good sub general. Jan Carroll running two of them. One is fully maxed, and I think the other one is like not. Yeah. So one's maxed out, which is pretty chunky and good siege HP debuff, 95%. The other one is not bad. It's doing 30. So it's all right. Might change this with the new guy now. That's kind of my setup. Like I'm ready to roll. I'm excited. I'm just gonna try and set up a rally just so we know what kind of rally cap we're talking. So almost 83 in server with range, 82, 81 and a half with ground, 83 and some on cav, 84 and a half on siege, and then the backup marches are like 74, 78. Not bad. That's my setup. That's everything I wanted to show though. Those are the updates from my keep. I got zeroed last All Stars, as I said, by uh Shaq. Yeah, semis. Shaq zeroed me. I've grown 20 belts and some 95 now, and I've added a whole bunch of debuff and stuff. So hopefully I don't get zeroed, but I'm ready. I'm prepared. I'm excited. Unless we have any other questions, I think that's everything for today. I'm happy to bring somebody over stage if you want to come over and talk about anything that you want to do tomorrow. No? Yes? Oh, there we go. Melman. I did say yes to that. I can't get him in. I don't know why. Cocaine. Let's try and pull him up.
No,
There we go.
I'm
Oh,
here.
well, both. Okay. Hey, Melman. How you doing?
Good. I wasn't able to write down the mark sizes. I got the siege one. Can you go? Oh, I'm sorry. I got the ground one. Can you go over the siege and the ranged for
Yep. So,
presets?
yeah. So what I do for range, I would have 55 to or 50 to 60% as T12 archers.
Okay.
And then like I would gradually decrease it as I go higher. So like T16 I use very little right now because I haven't seen them perform that well and they don't on attack. I think they're better when you're reading a building. But T15, T14, T13, I gradually reduce the numbers. So I go like almost 4 mil T12 in my 8.2 mil March, which is half of it. And then I go almost 1.8 mil T13, then a mil T14, and then almost 900k T15, and then like 300k T16s. That's my composition. But like that's what
Okay.
I would do. I would have like 50% of my March as T12, then I'll have another 20% with T13, another 15 with like 14, and then less than 10 with 15, and super low on like 11s and 16s.
Okay.
That's that's range. Ground, I would do 50% would be my highest tier. Like if you have T16, then that would be T16. If you have T15, then 50% of that March would be T15. And then the next year would be like I would do 30% of the next year. So if your T14 is your next year, I would do 30% of that as T14. Then I'll add like 700, 800k T13 or something like that. 400k or 300k T12. And the way I would layer, depending on how big your marches are, if your march is above 6.5 in game or 6.3, let's say, I would use 10,000 layers,
Yeah, I'm
right?
under that. So,
Okay. But if you're under that, then probably 1,000 is good enough
okay.
because you want to maximize your points, like the attacking troops.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No dramas. Good luck for tomorrow, bro.
Thank you. You too.
Hi,
it's
me.
okay. You're back.
Yeah. So I was just thinking about, what I do to prepare for just a regular battlefield. I make sure my monarch gear is correct. I get my the the civilization thing where you can do the healing. And then, you have your talent, your dragon buffs, the shrine, and, regular buffs. What else do you do to like get ready before you go in? Is there anything else that you like check on and make sure is correct?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll walk you through some of the things. So I'm hoping my stream is still up and you guys can
Yep, I
see.
can see it.
So I would set up I would set up these monarch gear combinations. So Ares, as it suggests, is all troops. So attacking here at mine sticks with mod size in all cases. Debuff, whatever you want to debuff. But like all troop HP, all troop defense, all are marching. Then if your team is doing a lot of range or siege, I would just flick to one of these two. So you would want to do this, but most important in here is your defense. So like my siege defense is set up for all siege things, but also healing speed. I never heal when I'm not in a defensive setup. Uh, if you're being hit with, let's say, archers, I would switch to cav because I want to beef up that cav HP. So this is one of the things that I would do before you go into the game. Ground and range can have their own and all that stuff. That's one thing. Shrine buffs. So I would check this. I would turn on all the talents that I possibly can, except this one. I would turn on healing speed. I would turn on healing speed. I would turn on range attack debuff and every dragon that you have access to. Uh, What else would I do? I would fix my talent tree. So right now I'm in what I call peacetime. My wartime is everything PvP. It's like sub attack is an important one to have, which I think a lot of I've seen people miss. Uh, it doesn't matter if you get fatal strike or not, but in city HP, that's like good chunk. Sub HP, this is good. So I would switch the talent tree to PvP. I would do shrine buffs. I would change this Civ treasure to healing, which is this one. So I would do that. Never gem your subs, no matter what. Do not gem your subs. So, okay, I probably should have talked about this. For the two books that I would strongly recommend everyone does, and you probably don't want to do any other books, are Training Speed and Rebirth. If you do these two books and your research is solid, you should never run out of troops. Just restart your game. So don't gem your subs, and then make sure you check your Senate that everything is filled up. Uh, Beef up your dragons if you can. Like if you can push talent, which is what I was doing earlier. Push that. Check your presets. Have them handy, like all set up before game. Don't try and do that last minute. And then one of the things that a lot of people forget is also this. I don't know what level you guys have, but this is chunky. This is 15%. So make sure you turn this on before you enter All Stars in your alliances. So 5%, 10%, 15%, whatever you can get. The alliance skill, it's called. And there's only one game this weekend. Those are the things I would do. And for healing, as I said, I don't have any troops to heal right now, but I would use the T11 preset minimum, unless you want to do a dedicated preset for healing. That's about everything that you can. There's a refining event up right now, so I would do whatever refining you can do and redeem this minimum, the 8 hour speed ups. They're gonna come in handy tomorrow. And make sure you open all your boxes, like monster boxes and stuff, before game tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Because I'm just sitting here just going through like, is there anything like any
I'll find it, but I think at some point Lori did like a full write-up. Like she did do a video of preparing for a battlefield kind of thing that's on the YouTube. But she did do a write-up somewhere where she wrote down every single thing you should do, like a battlefield checklist kind of thing. I'll try and find it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thanks everyone for joining. Good luck. Go burn some keeps tomorrow. Have fun. Enjoy. And have a great day, Ed. Or a good evening.